my boys won't hesitate to run up on your boys. 엉덩이 빵빵빵 남자들은 탐탐탐 내 입술 냠냠냠 어디 가도 당당당 등장은 짠짠짠 뛰자 팡팡팡 디스코 팡팡팡 hello.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Syamira binti Azlan, and in this video, I will explain about the introduction and the background of property management company. First and foremost, the subject property that our group has chosen is Stadium Darul Aman Al Kedah, and the property management company that manage our subject property is Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah (PSNK). Thus, our presentation will include the background of Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah, overview of property management structure, property management tasks and routines, in-house management, strategy to stay competitive, and lastly, the way forward. Next is background of subject property. Stadium Darul Aman is located next to Lebuh Raya Darul Aman Al Kedah, which is as in the figure in the slide. Stadium Darul Aman is a multi-purpose stadium that is owned by the state government of Kedah, and it is also all-seater stadium with a capacity about 32,000 seats and can be used for day and night time. It comprises of the field with natural grass surface, running track with the surface of synthetic running track, and other needed facilities such as public restrooms, dressing room facilities, press conference room, prayers room, bus and car parking, scoreboards, and others. This stadium is the longest stadium that has been operated in Kedah, and it is managed by the Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah. Now you already know about the subject property, so we will move to the background of the Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah. Firstly, the history of establishment. Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah (PSNK) has been established on 8 August 1971 under State Stadium Corporation Enactment 1971. The first establishment of this corporation does not last long and was dissolved in 1989. All the sports venues in Kedah then were managed by different entities and companies during those times. Afterward, in 2006, the PSNK has been decided to resume its operation on 1st November 2006 through the decision made in the State of Kedah Executive Council at school. According to the decision of the meeting, the corporation has been given the responsibility to manage, maintain, and promote all the sports venues owned by the state government in Kedah. Other than Stadium Darul Aman, this corporation also manage other sports venues like Stadium Abdul Halim Indoor Stadium, Pusat Sukan Muazzam Shah, Pusat Akuatik Negeri Kedah, Pusat Latihan Menembak Kedah, Pusat Perahu Layar Kedah, Gelanggang Bowling Padang Kedah, and also Dewan Badminton Kedah. The logo, vision, and mission of this corporation is as in the slide. Next is the function of Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah. So the function of this corporation is stated under Section 14 of Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah Darul Aman Enactment 2090. So based on this section, there are about 10 functions of the corporation. To summarize it, the corporation has responsibility to manage, operate, and maintain stadiums and sports facilities in the state. So this will also be involving the function to develop, improve, repair, and provide all the sports venue with adequate sports equipment and facilities. Also, any facilities and services in the commercial nature complementary the stadiums, including the accommodation. This is to ensure that the facilities provided in the sports venue are good and satisfy the needs and wants of the consumer. With all the provided facilities in the stadium, it can support the main use of the stadium as well as is the operation of the stadium for public use. The corporation also has to promote the sports venue at the district, state, national, and international levels as a multi-purpose venue for sporting, recreational, entertainment, and other events, as well as encouraging and promoting the use of these venues by any person, whether local or foreign. This is to ensure that all sports venues in Kedah will be used effectively, and the corporation will safeguard the viability of stadium operation. There are other functions performed by the corporation to ensure that the corporation knows its responsibility to manage, maintain, and promote all the sports venues owned by the state government in Kedah.
Okay, next, I will talk about overview of the property management structure for Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah. Okay, before that, an organization is a system designed to achieve common goals through interpersonal and inter-organizational relationships. Organizing is the process by which managers manage, structure, and arrange the resources of an organization's internal environment in order to achieve organizational objective. It also brings together various departments by grouping similar and related jobs under a single specialization. Okay, for this corporation, it was established to manage sports venues in Kedah, and it has been divided into 4 venues, which are Stadium Darul Aman Kedah, Stadium Abdul Halim Kedah, Kedah Aquatic Centre, and Kedah Shooting Range. Okay, therefore, an organizational structure has been formed using a functional structure. A functional structure is a type of organizational structure that divides a corporation into different departments depending on expertise. Okay, in Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah, there are 4 layers in the organization chart, and they have their own role based on their skills. Okay, the first layer is top management, which is the director. Okay, in essence, the role of the director is to ensure that management is managed and maintained in accordance with appropriate standards, cost-effective, and in line with the documentation requirements of the property. Okay, in this corporation, the director is responsible for ensuring that all maintenance work of the sport complex is well managed. Okay, in addition, it also plays a role in making financial, marketing, and administrative decisions for the corporation. Okay, for the second layer consists of assistant director and technical manager. Okay, in this corporation, the assistant director will monitor the division head and receive all daily, weekly, and monthly reports from administration, finance, and marketing, and in turn will report directly to the director, while for the technical manager will lead the employees in handling the work related to the machine tools to maintain all the sports complexes. Okay, for the third layer, which is the assistant engineer and head of financial, administration, and marketing. Okay, in this corporation, the assistant civil engineers play the role of scheduling material and equipment purchases and making sure the work complies with legal requirements, while for the head of the administrative division, they are responsible for coordinating the administrative system and the general workflow of the organization. Okay, for the head of finance division, assisted by an assistant accountant, the role is to manage the financial reporting for the organization, while for the head of marketing division, the role is to identify opportunities to reach new market segments and monitoring competition from aspects of sports venues. Okay, for the last layer in this corporation, it consists of supervisors, public assistants, and administrative assistants. Okay, for the role of supervisors, it is to provide assistance, guidance, and coaching support as needed and ensure staff have a professional development plan, while for the public assistants, its role is to perform general hands-on work that requires physical ability inside and outside the office. And lastly is administrative assistant. The role is to scheduling appointments or booking and maintain calendars, prepare communications such as memos, emails, invoices, reports, and scheduling a meeting. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Rawaida binti Rosli and I'm going to explain about the property management task and routine. Firstly is meeting session. Every people want the best for their company in making sure it always in a good condition and position. In order to achieve this, they should always have a good planning and problem solution for their company. To do this, they should have a meeting session with all of the staff in gathering the ideas. It also being applied by Perbadanan Stadium Darul Aman as one of the routines in this company. This meeting session will be done once in a month. Other than that, this meeting session will involve the supervisory levels of staff and they will conduct their general staff under them to do the works after this meeting session. In this meeting session, they will have a discussion on the progress of the works that have been given. They also will have a brainstorming session among the staff. So the purpose of this activity is to make sure that they can come up with the new ideas and making sure this company can be a good compete with other company. So during this COVID-19 pandemic, there is a period of time whereby they need to work from home. So in order to have a meeting session during this period, they need to use digital technology. The software that has been used by this company is Google Meet. So by using this software, they will communicate with each other in an easy way regardless of the places they are staying at. This free software has made this company be able to do their planning and discussion without need to daily eat. The second one is marketing of the properties. So this management company also need to do their responsible in advertising the properties that they are managing. So this is to ensure that people acknowledge about their venues and also the promotion price that they are giving for rental of the venues and so on. This marketing process are done by marketing team in Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah. So they need to always come up with new ideas in attracting people to rent their venues. All of the properties and facilities that this company manage is a sports center. However, they also need to come up with the idea of other activities that can be done in that place. They also will do an advertisement for all of the programs that happens at their venues. Nowadays, people always use social media as the way to communicate and to obtain the information about everything. So because of that, this company also are using social media and internet platform as their software in marketing their venues. For example, they are using their own website, YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. So the money that they obtain from the rental of the venue, they will use it to maintain and manage the properties. In the terms of maintaining and managing, we are focusing on the property that has been chosen for this report, which is Stadium Darul Aman. So there are some tasks that need to be done by daily, weekly and monthly. Based on the tasks in maintaining the stadium that showed in this table, firstly, the routines that need to be maintained and do an inspection in daily are grooming of lawn and inspection of stadium lighting. These tasks are daily routine tasks because lawn is easy to grow according to the weather. Because of it required to be groomed every day in order to make sure it always in a good condition and also good image. Other than that, the staff must do inspection to the stadium lighting in daily routine because this stadium lighting has to always switch on in every night according to the reservation in using this stadium. Meanwhile, for weekly routines such as inspection of stadium seats, ticket booths, sound system, scoreboard and top dressing of lawn, it should be inspected and maintained by the staff in order to make sure it is not being affected by any problem. The main factor that affected this equipment and facilities is mostly because of weather. Moreover, other tasks that should be done weekly is top dressing of lawn. This task has to be done when there is a sign of weakness shown on the lawn besides a specific way in making a beautiful shape of field before next step, which is hollow tine and fertilizer. Lastly, the staff also need to do a monthly task which are hollow tine and fertilizer the lawn. Inspection of the paint coating of wall, stairs, roof and drainage. These monthly tasks are usually for facilities and equipment that seldom to have defects. Meanwhile, for the hollow tine and fertilizer of the lawn, this need to be done monthly to ensure that the grass to be thicker and greener. All of these tasks are not using any software. Otherwise, they just do it manually using book as a record. However, there is a suggested software that commonly used by other management company, which is called as Jaga Solution. By using these free apps, the division of tasks will become more organized and orderly. Lastly is the administration and accounting record. Firstly, these tasks will be taken to record all of the information about the rental of the venues. For example, they will record the important information about the person or organization that wanted to rent the certain venue. So they did not use any software in order to do this task. Instead, they will just write it manually in a book. However, to ensure this task can be done in smoothly way, the recommendation apps that can be used by this property management company is showing Hero system. This system will provide the user to create their own schedules for the rental of their properties or venues, to create email or notification and pre-screen tenants. Furthermore, there is also an accounting task that should be done by, as a property management, which is some staff in finance department in this company that are responsible in doing this routine. They will record all of the money transaction happen in this company. By doing this task, they will know about the income and losses of the company and can make sure them to do a better way in the future. The software that used by this company in accounting task is UBS Accounting.
Next, I will be presenting the in-house management applied by Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah. For all work matters, including stadium upkeep, the corporation has relied on in-house management. The term in-house management refers to making full use of the company's current staff. The corporation employs 43 people, including 35 general employees, who are all in charge of maintaining and performing general works on the company's assets, such as Darul Aman Stadium, Sultan Abdul Halim Stadium, shooting range, bowling alley, sport complex, badminton court and yacht. For your information, all employees are hired by the corporation itself, with no interference from the government, including the staff salary. For further information, all stadium maintenance work is handled by the corporation's own employees unless involving a major defect requiring services from specialists. The representative of the corporation also shared with us that they used to hire an external contractor about 4 to 5 years ago to involve with the stadium maintenance. However, because hiring and using outside staff or contractors incur significant costs, the organization decided to handle maintenance in-house. After agreeing to handle all maintenance issues in-house, the employees engaged will be able to see and learn indirectly while the contractors perform the work with the machine. They also use government funds to purchase machines that will be used for the maintenance work. In addition, Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah visited and surveyed other states to see how each agency handles sports complex maintenance. Melaka, Malaysia Stadium Corporation, Terengganu and Ipoh are the states that are in doubt. Next is the pros of choosing in-house management for the corporation. Firstly is lower the cost. Outsourcing management is more expensive than hiring in-house management. For example, before implementing in-house management at an aquatic center, the corporation has appointed a private company and had to pay 10,000 per month for 10 years. To overcome this, the corporation purchased its own vacuum machine for pool water cleaning. Secondly is gain experience due to the involvement of employees in the maintenance process and are exposed to new experience. They will be more aware of the good and bad in decision making of maintenance work. Furthermore, younger or new employees can take over when old employees retire, thereby improving the quality of maintenance. It has the potential to indirectly expose and raise the profile of local residents.
Okay, next I will explain about the property management strategy to stay competitive. Okay, so firstly is to make business opportunity. As we know, making up with business is one of the effective ways to enhance the income of the property and to explain the property to make them more known among the people around and in Malaysia as well. For Perbadanan Sukan Negeri Kedah, they also did not miss this opportunity to use this strategy to stay competitive among the others. They provide their open space to rent to any business owners to set up their business there. There are plenty of stalls there, such as food and beverage stalls. It gives benefit to the stadium itself because they can get profit and make people visit the stadium regularly. It can give them monthly income by the rent of the space provided. It is also one of their ways to make their place more well known. By this, more people will be aware of this place and will come to this place more often. It will eventually boost up this space and stay competitive among the other sports centers in this country. Other than that, by making business opportunity, they can directly help people. As we know, many small business
owner launch their own business to make positive impact in their local communities. This can happen through the products or services they provide. Small business also account for nearly half of the private workforce in Malaysia, so launching business is a great way to provide jobs for many in the local community. Next is to held event. Perbadanan Sukan Negeri Kedah also provide their place to anyone who want to hold any event. This is also one of their ways to make Stadium Kedah Darul Aman well known and more popular among the others. According to Mr. Najib, Stadium Kedah Darul Aman provide their indoor space such as hall for anyone who want to rent to hold any event. There are plenty of events that has been held such as wedding event, family gathering event, and others. It is more convenient for people to rent their space because it is huge and there is also have many facilities that can be used by people who held their event there. As we know, community events and festivals can attract tourists and visitors at regional, national and international level. This is because by holding any event, many people from other cities around Malaysia will come to Stadium Kedah Darul Aman and might as well make them feel convenienced by this place. Okay, lastly is to use online platform to market their venue. As we know, these days online presence is just as important as the offline reputation. This is because people tend to use online platform to seek for information before deciding for any decision. Because of that, online platform is one of the major ways to do marketing, either for business or anything else. Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah also do not miss this opportunity to use online platform to market their venues to people to communicate or gain information regarding their venues. For instance, they are using their own website, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook to do the marketing of their venues and to put the information of their venues to make it easier for people to gain information. This is one of the crucial ways to ensure that Stadium Kedah Darul Aman are not being left behind. By doing this, many people will get to know Stadium Kedah Darul Aman, even people from across the country. So that is all from me for now. Thank you.
As all the presenters have presented, we know that Perbadanan Stadium Negeri Kedah has its own organizational setup, which is functional and in-house management, and also strategy in managing the Stadium Darul Aman Kedah. Thus, the corporation has added value in its management from the implementation of chosen organizational structure and strategy to give the best performance in managing, maintaining, and promoting all sports venues owned by the state government of Kedah. In the future, PSNK has a plan to strengthen the delivery of services and monitor the sport venue under its management to prolong and enhance the value of these venues for the use of public. To ensure that this aim will be achieved in the future, the corporation has set to implement technology like software or application in the management of the corporation, especially for record keeping activities, venue booking and payment, maintenance schedule activities, and other activities that are deemed to have improvement. Besides, the corporation will ensure the management of the resources are always sustainable in succession planning of maintenance, management, and marketing of the sports venue under this corporation. This will help the corporation to utilize its resources effectively and efficiently to perform its responsibilities. Therefore, the corporation will achieve the goal to be the best corporation in the management of sports venue and facilities in the future. That's all from us. Thank you for listening.